Hello, my friends, and welcome to Minutes with Monica, where you can experience life beyond faith to life transformed. It's my tagline. I believe it 100%. It's not just something I say. So, as you can tell, I'm doing something a little bit different today, and actually I'm going to do something really different today. And if you don't know what the norm is, go check out monicaswink.org and check out the Minutes with Monica page, where you're going to find all the different recordings, whether they're podcasts or videos. But for the videocast, I'm typically in one or two different spaces, and I don't have background noise. So we're going to pray for our best. We're going to pray that the fire trucks don't go running out today, and that the neighborhood dogs don't start barking, and that the camera doesn't blow over in the wind. But anyhow, I wanted to shift gears today, and I'm going to shift them completely because I want to talk about something totally off the wall for me, sort of. So I usually talk about God's perspective, or maybe I should say the Bible's perspective on some broader topic. And a few things have happened to me in the last week in which I felt like I really needed to share a little bit differently today. So bear with me as I share these things. You see, I want to talk about me. I'm sorry, I really wish we were together because I wish I could see your responses as I say these things. I do, I want to talk about me. But in the talking about me, I promise that you're going to hear about you as well. Right? So let me jump right in, because I don't spend a lot of time in these videos. It's usually 5 to 10 minutes. But so I graduated last year, and with that I had all of this book knowledge and then a degree that drove everything that is behind my work. And in the last week I got to hear a graduation ceremony, and it just has hung with me. But I have had some private conversations this week that are just incredible, and I feel like they've had some bearing on why I want to share this. So anyhow, it's this education and the use and the fact that I use it day in and day out that guides my work, right? This is an element of which I cannot escape, nor do I want to escape, because it defined different pieces of who I am, but it gave me the skill set that I desperately needed. And it's because of this education that I seek out work, right? Because I'm like the rest of you and the rest of the world, who we all need a paycheck. and so that's where I am in this space. But let me break down for you my work. You see, I have all these different pieces and parts to my work. I teach a Bible course at a university, and I'm a pastor of it's a small church, but I would say it's more a family-focused church. And each of these offer me that paycheck, but that's not the reason why I do the work specifically. You see, I'm a teacher of the Bible because I love the truths that are within it. I love God with every ounce of my being. Now, I say that to you, but I want you to hear something else. That does not make me perfect. That only makes me passionate about teaching His Word. And I'm a pastor because, again, I love God and I love the Scriptures. But I also love people. And I hope that you will pick that up from this video. But that doesn't always, my love for people does not always make me loving, or it doesn't make me never frustrated with others. It just makes me want to give some piece of myself to them because of who they are, right? And there's one other thing that I do that you actually are a part of. because if you're watching this video, you're a part of my ministry at monicaswank.org. And that is the space in which I'm an author, a speaker, a spiritual mentor. And in the last year, I wouldn't lie to you and say I haven't received any financial gain from that. That's part of my intention for this ministry. Well, not the ministry. Haha, I'm going to get there. Part of my intention for the work I do, right, is to get some compensation. And I already talked about that. So I'm not going to say that I haven't received financial gain, but it hasn't been substantial at this point. And I've been doing this for some time now. And all of my material, my videos, my blogs, my words of encouragement, all of those things that you find on my website, my podcast, each and every little piece of those, the maintenance that goes into sustaining that website and the outreach, they all take my time and my energy, for which I offer at no cost for those of you who engage. I hope you didn't pay to get on any of these things today. I hope you didn't pay for this video, because it's everywhere. It's on Facebook, it's on YouTube, it's on my website. And so all you have to do is type in Minutes with Monica and you'll find all that, and you shouldn't have to pay any of it. But again, I don't do these things because I'm some philanthropist. I don't make enough money to be a philanthropist. Well, I suppose we're not going to get into that anyhow. It doesn't even make me a good person. It just means that I love people. That's who I am by my nature. And yeah, the Bible tells me that it is my responsibility, but I want to challenge you to really think about this, because I don't think that any person out there that does ministry probably, okay, it's the any, all, and ever, and never. I can't use those words. Always, right? You can't use those words because it doesn't count for everybody. But I'm going to tell you, the people I know, and I would say for most people out there who do ministry, the intention of it is not because of the responsibility or the commitment, the call that God has placed on our lives. I think that they take Christ into the world to share his story with others just for the same reason that I do. It's just for the reason of doing it. It's this love, right? It's the love of people. And you see, my story is not any different, and the reasons start with my life. The ugly and the painful stuff is what drives me to reach out. And then it's because I don't ever want anybody to go through these things. I don't ever want anybody to experience the things I have experienced, although I know logically many of you have. I know that it's draining, and it can be so draining that it's harmful for us. And so that is my drive behind the work that I do. And the other part of that is because I'm on the other side of the fence now, right? And I'm looking back at all that bad and ugly stuff. But that doesn't exempt me from getting hit every once in a while. I get hit plenty with ugly and stuff I don't want to deal with. But I have this unsurmountable peace that exists within me, and it comes through my relationship with Christ. And so while the ugly and the bad drive me to love on people, it's because I love, and I love you, that I do what I do. It's not just the ugly, it's the not wanting you to go through the ugly, and that wanting you to be able to receive the peace that Christ has given to me in my relationship, and that he gives freely to all in relationship with him. You know, so I was supposed to talk about marriage today and what God has to say about marriage. So let me just tell you what I think he says very quickly in the 20 seconds I have left. He says in his story, "I love you so much, my child, that I have fought for thousands of years and multiple generations just to protect and provide for you, so that you could always feel my arms around me, that you could always feel my love, and so that you would know how important you are to me." And that's why I gave up this sacred piece of who I am to die a physical death so that you might be able to experience life to the fullest. What better way to model or experience marriage, my friends? You know, I went over my time, and for that I apologize. I have bees climbing on me and bugs climbing on me. For that I apologize, but I don't really apologize, because guess what? I love you. I'm so grateful for taking this journey with you. I hope you find blessing in this video today. May you go and live life to the fullest.